the bridge ana vezo se na bonsa ben la pha khan bolen tu ni la pha nai ke olympic di wele pu Thangminlal Doungel ama hi Delhi a uma research scholar hi in ama to in sei khom diu topic che hi le education and conflict hi in adi se na e ho tu le tu din mona gal din mona education lam thim jil na lam pang hi ichana e su kha awam ti chu I het su ke yo hi in ai bangin I chan mong mong a impact uma I chan mong mong a I su bo yo a I zat mong mong I ti ho chu ama to ken sei khom ding a hi in I ti da hlang pi ai thim jil na lam pang jong a bo ye ti het jing bang win I chan mong mong a bo ya chu ting le ma ba na I chan mong mong a bo be them ti ho chu aman a subject a hi to hlona ama to ina sei khom di win tin ama sa penen pu Thangminlal na phat man tam ta the president pi ji in na chunga ki pa thu khain sein ama san question ga lu jing lehen anzo a topic a khain sei banga chun I chan mong mong a gal le tul hin I chan mong mong a thim jin na lam panga hi ei su kha ham ti chu nang man opening remarks lo bangin nein sei pi bo
Kipame sang boy na hin the bridge, especially the bridge sunga kipathu kasain tunia hitabang phat hoi ipi pathin thangwa hetin chizong le hitobanga critical topic sei thei dinga the bridge and platform nen luizin na chungwa kipathu kasain na sei bang chun education iti ting la thimjil na lampang hi akiti ting la school kai si ko thimjil na kitipon thimjil na apana jobs adang iho kisa do na the iza kai lam pi zo si khu education a chi ho bai tan na henge education iti teng la chun very broad meaning hi in hi jong la technicality a chun lut data hitin ai pi chu la coming to your question. Late Nelson Mandela, the first president of free South Africa, a leader of apartheid movement in Asay, quote khat kaga quote nomen. Amana say na chun education is the most powerful weapon you can used to change the world ati hai na. Education a powerful dan chu education a pada hi ki sa do theina lampi hi ai wala lampi lin pe na he weapon mancha phape na he ti hi Nelson Mandela na say na hi la dunia example aga he thei chu Rwanda Africa gama 1994 a genocide ja mi lak nga wala ni kithat he chigama he ale agam wa hi ji genocide ke chai chun Rwanda te hi ipiti unki sada obamiti ai education through a unki sada okire he chichu pa ini le neo ka deliberate na bolta ne tin jong le education ji a chu country khat vut vai ki su thi sen ki su na ichen gem khada human capital jong ichen gem khada hlasam zo nu nga jong ki sado thi na lampi chu education he cho apoi mo dan chana le kaga thildang kaga sei masangin jong father of education John Devine jong sei khat chu biam tai le education is not a preparation for life. Education is life itself, a teacher. Education na kiti ting le chun khunung ting le hin khunom ka man na dinga preparation process pa cho hipo in ihin ho itself is education, a teacher. Aya achu education is all around development kiti khahin. Poi hile education poi mo dan chu. An education apana kizam mang thailo. Ubiquitous presence. Munja usia na umehe. Alangkada formal education and informal education me. Alato achu is a non pen pao hi alangkada formal education pa hin na. Coming to the point, 2023 May 3rd zo apana Kuki chate school themjil na institute ki hal ha hi destroyed ki ball hi somko langa tu ni chanin ke ma data collection apara he thino me ele geleu hen tu chung buina ji a hi Kuki chate hi mail he te sanga la samzo ham elwale hung la sam khaw ham tia lungel jung im mai the chu aji chu alangkha da mail he ten jong narrative se mu chula a narrative chu biam tile kuki chate hi lekhala ma akhang to win civil service langa abol hoi win bureaucrat chatam win IPS IAS win na Manipur secretary di chile ali langa mo nga hin police department ti la law and order vetu boy ti jong le am ho nga hi win hitia hi narrative se mo wa hichi a narrative pau chu to do a ahung kita lang na pa jong chu kitin ta ki mutan school ki hal ha in hichinu chung chona exam even competitive exam ho ajong kuki chate chu ichan game kada irizalo sabotage and bol chu example ka lang kate for instance Manipur University a nunga khat amin chu ka hai tai ama jong chu phalasila topper khat hiya a marks ahong po na chu MIL ki sana fail sa chu na hi cho ta bang chu Tengi khunung in rectification om na so di na ve jong le kuki chate education system hi submit di e ho se tha chim di lawa education jong hi tha chim di ti na chu kunung ting la akisa do na lo di ba ai cha jong chu amho daily palan cha jong ki he khula kuki macha na minai macha kiti ho bang hi cho zo se hi mu neo na le mu sit na ikisa do lo hi na ding wa ko pana lo he ha chim di ti na chung chuna ikisa do na thi lampi ho jong hi ni bin da bat su tan pi di jeng ti lungwel lungput he na ai la coming back again ala tu chunga chu school ho hi koi district a hi ki ha destroy penam na ki su se ha ki ha su se penam ti ala chun Kampo P district ai somewhere around 46-47 schools a ki su se na hi abanin Chandela hi somewhere around 28 hi in Churuchan pura ko tabanga hi in chile latest aga he thedi chu Jiribam chu hin na Jiribama ningkum kum ne ko lang tam school ka nung khal ki chile na hi cho ko ma cha bona ju si ma hele chun som ko lang ala veli ki hal hai tai achu ti ai le let me put this to perspective school to som ko langa he jong le chela infala jong ome o chu ka sei khile infala jong school tham par ki han la nei ai le chichu perspective ga ki koile hi chi school a simlai chapang ho chu school kai simlai chapang ho chu alang kha da amo se impacted hi lo chu amo chu direct impact a hi win chele meaning amo chu impact a school jong ki han la alang kha da school chu ki hal hello mai le school ana kai naga school ana kai mi tam ta infal tolpi na dunga mi tam ta anu me nahi ale hi chozo se hi iga la khoma hele close to somewhere around 15,000 to 20,000 level students impacted it ko ki chate se mo thu hi lo chu na tam mo ngai chu ai le hi cha pa na ahong ki chun do ova some have the opportunity to continue their studies. Some have been absorbed by government schools, private schools, and they go outside of the state. Na Guwahati ke poi, Shillong ke poi, adang dang. Mi tam ta zong school kai zo lovin relief camp. Internally displaced person, students zong. Ija ram karam ta nahi. Khadveila kitile ningkum dunga na viral ho chapang neo cha cha leinoi dunga nen hola ai lo le nen choma hin khu manga na di jong thailo ti ho au me na hi cho che ga ve nai le kuki cha te history anom ka be se lo cho hita banga nen choma hita banga school kai talowa hin khu mang hi anom be se lo ki vai chal he jong le government school am ka dai kai wa na ai lo jong le private school ai na thei thia ta chu ani ki kai chu a kai lo ho jong chu hita bang be se a chu hin khu gen the ha san na man lo chu ai le alang kha da ga se dinga chu leisit chunga chu education hi leisit ki vai pu dung zia education chu human rights hi chu education is a human right it is a bitiwa it is a common good na common good ki chu biam te la public goods mizo say entitled ki chu na vai chat man na ho man helawin mizo si as a human being na hi na zala chu you're entitled for education ala hi chi yong chu alangkada hi cho se hi international ikhat agreement norms zong le India zong constitution of India zong le right to education no ya ne ka kan sei be ding kan sei sao zat din zong le ichen gem khada e ho hin a benefits ke la dan ki hetalo na chole ita banga conflict impacted children especially school going children ho hi right to education EPS ayam na hello le constitution of India ita bang provision man chele leisit pumpi ke vai pu na ga sei dinga chu United Nation United Nation ki khat ki gop khom na chen ka sei dinga chu sustainable development goals na za kha di hin UNCSD na chi 2012 Rio de Janeiro Brazil a chu kinuk tu na no ma hi chi masanga millennium goals development millennium goals kiti tam chi chu an khielova sustainable development goals ahun kiti ya hi chu 17 goals la chu sustainable development goal 4 a hi pai se la ki pi chu pi ki sem te la ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education hichi hi United Nation hichilai kinuk tu na nei gammi zo si chan azui di wa la hi to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education kitin la na ele ga bera ele tunia hi hitabanga chi dan lungpi kinai wanga hi UNICEF report dung zui ya chu 2024 a hi 473 million children he all worldwide na hina 473 million children he conflict impacted out of school ome ai le sorry conflict impacted he ve ala hi chi 473 la to 52 million tabang he they're expected to be out of school 2024 report ahin this will also include children of Meitei hita ta Kuki hita impacted by the ongoing conflict in Manipur na 52 million chu is a tam crore ngalang he chu lesi chung pumpi a he crore ngalang ka sei hiel damala 52 chu children tabang hi out of school hita chu school kai zo talo tin he chu kai thei talo due to various reasons na hi human rights violations on linta hi in at the same time amaho future dikisen jong ki gu mang pi ti na hi ale coming back to Manipur again ale Manipur context achu kuki chate adinga chu alang khada Indian constitution and EPSAM for those children who are impacted by so to say ethnic conflict or conflict article ga barale Article 21H, right to free and compulsory education. Alankara Article 21 of the Fundamental Rights Act, right to life and liberty. In Hichinoya Article 21A ke right to free and compulsory education kiti hin. Hichikisan dong su impacted hitai, which means fundamental rights to impact ka ai hai la jani piham. Quote ikat code approach bola na fight thei cho alang khada chong le article 15.3 chun especially children impacted by say children impacted by conflict and who need special attention he chose say he school in absorbable dinga jong chu tupi na article 15.3 azong ma cho clause 3 na ale to be very specific tan ga ke say India ki vai pu na ahi Juvenile Justice Act 2015 no mach juvenile di teng lachan children below 18 years ti na hen na henge tu chungi ho in education ahi not just children below 18 but also everyone is impacted na even those 18 and above who are in higher education jong ahi chele job aspirants so jong ahi na alang ka da chu is only Juvenile Justice Act in 2025 in section 214 clause 14 clause 11 as HPM tela hichi dungzu ahi children working committee child welfare committee ki set up ding amohin hitabanga conflict impacted children ho those who need special attention because of the conflict amohi temporary relief center dunga jong hu education provide na thei dinga hi provision ma cho. I don't know how far iho tu chung ibui wa hi utilize ball na, or if we have ever knocked the door of, so to say, child welfare committee. Manipura wang hi Manipur Commission for Protection of Child Rights. Manipur Commission for Protection of Child Rights. It's in Juvenile Justice Act Manipura implementable hin. It is the implementing body. Ale to achu ga say dinga ibui lai ta 2023 ibui lai ta ba school chapang izaram khat Manipura para pui do ding Tamil Nadu Kerala ai tai transport and bolu chen net kha dem na any transport lai wa dong chu Manipur Commission for Protection of Child Rights hin ichan gem kada ikat hitabang provision ne ho min ilung sit je ki thu pinom ho hi NOC ke ho ko manat la po ve ta hi chapang ho iza am khat hi anasu tango anum cho thu si manuma cho ala chalai chalang kharai ho hin DC com adang dang la na thei thei com a parents ho com NOC o se ki la ki bol he jong le Manipur Commission for Protection of Child Rights alang khada country level a child welfare committee hu Manipura cha MP MCPCR na iti commission na hi ki sei ja mo ko ma chen usi kila de dol ta wang che hi jong le mail hingan atong chu mail hingan hi ja mail he na hi ja approach an ki bol lo kha jan kem kara buina ni tu kha chu oi chu hi le hita banga provision ma children who need special protection because of conflict amwa ko na hi relief camp a jong temporary shelter relief camp ho a jong hi school set up a ball thei chuna chung chona jong chu psychological help na counseling trauma anei na lo diva counseling ichan gem khat ang hi provision ma cho hi cho do si yong hi iman cha di wa wang hi ke he chana hi properly ke mang chalowin ka he e ho hi I wang sit u ti da I wang sit na chung chona wa I het lo ji wa jong hi we are doubly disadvantaged sei dinga chu tu chunga athinu chapang nu jong chu tu chung ka ti kit la January date 10 ta 11 ta no mai now 17 18 years old khat aniki re ba hung survivor hi hung survivor tu chung hung thinu chna isu pinu chu amma ho ta bang jong chu phate cha hi chi ho through hi counseling provision ho phate chan provide aniki bol han lang hile I don't think isu pinu chu mo thi ponte tu ni adang hin khum na lai mei thin ka ging chai hi ai itai a tho wang se jing hi a tho wang se jing a tho wang se jing gum the thu ai tai tho diu chele I ho civil society ta NGO na de NGO ichelang panga isa kai hi ta banga idin mun ho address na thei dinga lampi I ma chai ki sim thei lo cho ki sim lo cho ita pi hin khoi man vai le tu chunga isu pinu chu will not be the first victim. I'm afraid solution om loi lo vai le there will be more casualties home bedding ka ging chai yeah it's high time that civil society student organization hon I chot the provision or he I khot do nga he khot do ding I phat chum na the ho chu ho dinga kila nga hi in fact national level a jong juvenile justice act a jong memorandum ham iphem khat le kha chu thona na hi cho hi ikhat ichan gem khat address a bon na thei dinga pan la thei de dia KSO has a big role to play. Then coming back again, school tour hi. Hita banga ga say dinga tu le tu a Churachandpur hian lang I ho chen zo si district a hi KSO nyong panala e. One is community school run involve. Community school hi ke data dungja tu te dia hai. Gu ba hi in education secretary pa to kaki ho na achun general headquarters aman the latest kat ki de chu molnoi KSO community school ki de tin molnoi ach somewhere around 100 or 100 plus students tin hi cho pum chodo se puma hi somewhere around out of say 7 KSO community school hi close to 2000 students in he ka say so I think we are taking we are taking a very good initiative kapa chai hizong le ga sei dinga ke so chun hita banga chu temporary adinga hi temporary solution lunggel ngai to nei ja chu ki bol hin jong le in long term a chi ga ge la le iti sustainable them ti jong hi lungim aw men a chi chu o zo ho yong lo pi ngai chong le hi lai community school a le kha sim ho zo si jong chu anu ham apa ham gala thi ho na ai lo le anei zo lo mong mong ngan hi ja am ho ko na fi expect bola school sustain bola school hita chu run dikiti chu in the long run it's very impossible it's ai ja hi heads of the case so his own le what are the alternatives that we can do one is we can definitely look at what the right to education says na right to education adong to section 4 ho also for example chapang kha chu school infala na kai khat tawte an kai khat chu galje ahung zama school kai talo ai wanga chu churu chan puram khat chu school khat ham khat aki chu no maile school cannot deny him admission appropriate to his age according to right to education section 4 na transfer certificate eta section 15 14 achu transfer certificate jong hi nan ki la khel ngai lo chu from the so-called the school that has already been destroyed or from the previous school because of which that school is you left the school because of the conflict yeah I right to education dung zu ya hi it was the provision of mean na admission jong hoila school kula ma je the hin chale most important achu section 12(1) clause 1 clause C achu entry level a jong hi chapang neo cha cha khadvia kan sei ma banga nen chuma wa li ho ta bang chu entry level class 1 hi entry level akiti in na class 1 to pre primary KG just in case chapang chu school kai pan ding hai le private school ta government school ta aided ta unaided ta they cannot deny admission to these children 25% reservation on my achu ti ai la chun chapang zo se hi irrespective school hung kai pan ding ho zong na ai lo la school kaya let's say KG2 ho sima class 1 ho sima abu ya le next school as class 1 ki pan thei ki tin hai cho and school cannot deny admission 25% reservation umach compulsory reservation that is the right to education na I cho tabang jong men hi ai chapang neu cha nu la party hon I het lo ji wa chu chapang chu school a ke so lo ve tan het thi mo han lang or civil society hi proactive je ban lang hi le hi cho tabang hi preemptive measure la a chapang o hi school a het thei cho nen a chom sang a chu school a abc ga ki zil jo chu phazo na la hi cho henge coming back again hi chu e ho tu le to a this vicious cycle a problem nan ka ga se hintin khununga chi ti hung hi diuta na alang kada tunia heta banga I future o ki rop ki bol ta che future o ki rop ta cha chapang ta jong chu infala kaya chelanga Churachan Purami ho district a school pate cha sim thei talo asim jong le they say them infal banga salangka da quality of education iti ten la chen phai chu hoi jap te na lo dia alangka din henge I ho lang they say la Churachan Pur is bright enough to that extent very competitive he jong le other districts na other districts atam zo hi ekat pate cha chu education bright lo cho it's a learning gaps hi the hi na learning gaps ka ti ting le chapang khat chu akum to dung zui a class to dung zui a head the dol a head lo chu learning gaps ki ti cho class 6 hita for example phate cha plus minus ball thailo timetable head nai lo ti ho bang ai lo le basic concepts na head lo ti na chu ti chu hi cho ta bang condition to learning gaps ki ti ta bang learning gaps hi tam taum ni ka ta sane and I don't know how well are we prepared I ho school ho na ji chun chapang ho future like drop off in chele coming back to aspirants and they are job aspirants ho mi tam ta job aspirants ho le higher education ka ki sei bele mi tam ta job aspire bola in fala in bara kila le ka sima coaching kila ipem tam ta amacho ale cho zo sia ko na chu hita bang facilities in falen provide zo talwa ilang ang pota ai lo la Manipur University ham Manipura college kai ho DM college ke po DM Dhanamanjuri University ke po MU Noya college ho ke po MU MA or PhD ball mi tam ta sim thelo mata chu amo dong chu I know few of them who cannot continue their PhD even PhD ong sim zo talawa a drop off na tonga ki gong dong mium ta chu I jo ta bang chu iga ge line le to a great extent Kuki chate education is negatively impacted hitai ti chu ki chen ta ki moi chu henge izolam la follow up question of mine la data chu averi in pick it in ka ichan gam kara mail he to e ho chi iki khi now ichan ham ichan mong ham ti chu um, highlight bol de ka nomin ikat question abani chal masang khat ka ha benom chu hita bangai boilai ta wa government school phade cha akwat ga kiu thei chu in addition to private and government school kitele CBSC ade dia Eclavia residential model school kiti ho KV kiti ho ZNV kiti ho dong hi we can definitely knock on their doors for example EMRS to only for tribal students it's aju ti ai le school jong hin tu chunga chu hengya mo entrance through a ma jo se process chi ni jong le conflict dung zu ya so using the provision of Juvenile Justice Act and right to education agan thi salom lom ho chu Eclavia residential model school hong mi jam khat hap thei chela jitu a provision on point iti lo du chu because there can always be adjustments made na ya chu hita banga gan thi cha te accommodate ball the hi ZNV rong chu tribal ho ma mane various district arm hin na chele langkha da henge iwang phawin EMRS Eclavia residential model school rong hi kampu pia khadamin support mena khadamin chele khat hi la more am hi na Eclavia sorry EMRS jong hi izam ka sabi di chu kitinan izong le district niai ne ucho functioning hi chu tu le to ai nagate area functioning hi kair khilo la khat se se chu because these are schools to address the concern of the tribal people more lama hi an lang kampo pi lama hi jong le hi chite ni hi utilize bola agan thi ha sa be si o jong admit bol the teacher because they give free education free uniform free books residential school is ajong chu free akum sa ki de na cho ta bang nung chu Juvenile Justice Act provision dung zu ya chu bol the ki de kak sei sao me jong le na ti chu
khopue
a very large
henge a background
question
ko hina
hin na
lain na question ai lut nai lo ne bat to nen sei cheng cheng a background ko hin tu khat hin dong ngal jing in kating na kan do nom chu henge kat be ya chla ya discussion ama sa discussion ni lai ve long chu ne ho ku kite chu resilience hi dan hong na sen na cha kan do nom chu me te chun education a hong hi su chimit ni ti wi target lawa khat a hin tin a hi le me te chu ama ho chun
right
university zong ama ho institution a hoi zo si zong ama ho hin a hi le cha chu e pha zo di lawa e tip te we hin na ti chu ai le ho resilience hi danu le e ho iti ka sei dia EPGA chu ama hon institution a pha zo si ama ho ading bo wa ke koywa ele e ho chu e tip te ham chi ta banga narrative asim te ham ti pa chu e ho chu EPT i bol ji ham ti chu ni kong ka sei tha ki no
ke pa me it's a follow up question to very very important ka sign ki sei bela langkha da hi cho zo se provision amo advantage hi zo no abol heng langkha da igamu adu cha de chu chi chui cha mi u sin ki he so ke ni zong le education lampang pa cha neo ka address kit no min na data neo ka in ping ka ting chela chan ga ki sei le university akalut masangin very important body SCERT ome national level ahi National Council of Educational Research and Training National Council for Educational Research and Training chichu NCERT parent body khat omin henge NCERT in CBSE lekha ho zo si hi asip ma na NCERT lekha iti hin alang kha state zo si hi state zo si kitele kisei khel mai thin because Ladakh hi union territory in Ladakh SCRT di kata san nai poi amasa Jammu and Kashmir anum wa chawang cho SCRT men Manipur jo SCERT men State Council for Educational Research and Training for high off tam State Council for Educational Research and Training hichila hi neu kat ka highlight num chu national level NCRT men state level SCRT men SCRT here di ta chu to say them child of NCRT dengan aca ta bang hin ala chi hi SCRT na di ta chu NCRT provision sorry step ala jo si state as implement ki bola SCRT ni chan game kada lekha NCRT lekha ho jong hi provide a ball so chule ga se dinga SCRT no ya diet na za kha di hin na we got diploma District Institute of ipiga akititang diet full form ka he tu ta chen ai bila diet no ya hi school teacher de ho training ki busy cho ne de ka chen na and this is run under SCRT ne ga se ni ichan yam kada disadvantage hi da nahi employment langin ki seile SCRT hi total hi na mi som ko langa according to their website okay research tham khat ka bol hin na som ko langa la achu mail hi assistant professor hi ta teaching plus non teaching staff hi ta mail hi te hi som gate le ko hi he SCRT hi that is the parent body in the state na when it comes to giving training to teachers and provision of NCRT books and all those schools affiliated to CBSE board na ale Kuki chate hi teaching faculty kyumpon non teaching staff ahin mi thumaga kyum khai ale naga te mi ni hin chile others pangal ham call ham khat chu maybe one khadam iga bena ile state level hita chu according to reservation coming back again kasai se jing in chi reservation policy through follow the island because according to alangkada national level reservation to 7 percentage to ST reservation 7.5 to be precise 7.5 or 8 holding ST reservation national level ahin CEI Central Educational Institute kititam CEI 2012 dung zia bang chu hitabang higher education institute dunga reservation hi state specific reservation ki zui cho state specific reservation ki zui cho for example in MU like kan say be di hin ale SCRT adong chu state specific reservation I follow wile iti dana chu Kuki cha de chu thumbo hi som ko langa la cha elo let's say in general tribal te chi bidinga chu mi nga se hi yo alhom pe na chu mi som thum som lium diu chila mấy thì tên là cái này trái cái tạo cho là số dấu xí rồi ai là đại kỳ sana giống hình na đại kỳ sana hi mấy thì te hi ekat district ahi som la khat men đại institute hi na district dấu xí ahi including Churachandpur including Kampo Upi Chandel đại hi som la sorry đại đi cô men na masanga chu district ko in hi je ba chana 9 districts hilo 9 10 then 7 new district ki create ato 16 district hitaben as district atha ho ai ga se dinga diet institute ki sanai lo ti na chu aju ti ala chun ko ine wa chu masanga 9 district sunga chu diet institute so ke chu ala Kuki chate chen na zo se institute azong hi mail hei chate atamzo 90% of the employees are Meiteis, including in Churachandpur, including in all the Naga districts also. And in total at the state level, more than 220 plus Meiteis, teaching faculty or non-teaching faculty employed in all diet institutes. Mail hite hi trainer wapang his alangkadach. And hey ho chun say them may va cho mona mu masaro ti di mai advanced dano chukate tu ni chen gi I district sung ki sana don training institute ai ho le ho ki train thelo ti na chi biam de la mon va na mu masa je va chi chen gi advanced ti na he advance le i ho e backward dan ne ko te ka na ka sei hin na ele Kuki cha te chu all over Manipur a chu mi ko se chu naga te hi mi somli plus hi ki de chu hi chi me le te narrative na i ho education la pa hang to bureaucrat tam ve ti pen pa I always want to debunk bo nom jing ke chu and why we need separate administration tipahi in terms of even education na I'll come to that later again why is that important alangkaden ele others so langkara mini bo he is it to die training institute oh see I mail it akilu kit nahi now coming back to universities amasa committee khat achun alangkaden kana say hil khat tela number of universities he bovin number of universities he some website says 11 some site say 12 is only most authentic kagel dan in 11 hung hinten 11 la hi som tabang hi som hi ti tawte som tabang ai poi som hi valley base cho khat chu Shanghai International University ki ti chana ti chue le ho gama min su sa num pon a new campus pata cha sa dinga ti vin tu in molvom churachanpur chi buffer zone to kinai lamai tan ki munnom ki ti khochung langa khon building na satan ana sawin ain la tun relief keno ki mangin building ki se chai to poi ala di recognize on in ball pi 2024 kum hundi kon lang chun di recognize ki sanan ball ta because UGC regulation dung zu ya to provision in ma cha phat cha provide ball lo ti pha ra chu na nom ja chu di recognize ball ta chu ala to hi alang khara chu university ki ti hi naga te le ho gama university um lo ti ne cha university chu lang khada aphat chum dan ne khat ka highlight nom ki de Manipur University se I 49 departments so so hi ne khat research ka bolai tan na kyong ka thang tong be se a izat mong hi uma izat mong a hi ti mong a hi me le te ni ti ai eng si hom tai kyong chu kai khaden I wanted to college se website au chi ding employee teaching faculty non teaching jong hi staff jong hi pate za comparative study bol de ka tina la en ka zo pon na atam be se na hi jong le Manipur University I have 49 departments I mean department I mean chule ga sei dinga 7 centers segi me chule 9 schools me school of let's say inclusive study school of international relations ti hota bang I lo 7 center for peace and conflict for example center for whatever 7 centers of me 49 department me it was say a head of department mail hingan as far as my information is concerned tu ni chana hi forget about tribals also tribal head of department nai lo wan ka hen na ni jong le ka se khil me the jong le let's say 99% is occupied by Meiteis including the vice chancellor ala Manipur University no ya department juga gel tung department kada professor ma associate professor ma assistant professor me is out hitadi them na a revenue in terms of revenue in terms of employment is in my made it that's far ahead of tribals and Kukis na Nagas ale dunia chu MU at ne ka hum kisai Manipur University ahi affiliated colleges hi 126 umcho 126 la achu hills ahi 27 women Kuki tegama sombo women college somomen naga tegama 17 women aje chu chandil khu langkara ai honjo i hwai ki sim thewai wanga chu a college chandil college ke mitan ka gamu en na chandil college um na mo ko naga te chi lamkang te chen lang a hi na mo mi naga to associate za hi ji wa chu e ho adunga ki sim thei di lo chu langkara na je chun mei le te a som ko le ko ome a ki khit dan chu ko ki cha te zo se chen ai som bo ome naga te chen na som le se gi ome a chu te le koi chu education lampanga when it comes to infrastructure or college availability a chu koi chu na wa penam mei le te abana ko ham naga te ấy họ cho bottom kỳ riêng bầu chỗ hè nghe cho ấy sẽ gì là idon mò gì bằng cho mình inoi xỉu hiền na ikilung to lo chứ ilam ka ho fel lo chứ cho mình inoi xỉu hiền hay là cho chú different topic altogether hetain cho lẽ university central university hi ka se bang chu university som la chun central university hi thum ome o in fala manipura khatna achu manipur university hitan dana manjuri university la state university na la yo chale cow central agricultural university cow very one of the most important institute when it comes to agriculture lang. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Northeast Pumpiahi, I think Manipur might be, Kati, I can be wrong, might be the only state that has agricultural university. He's an advantage. He had to. Now, NSU, National Sports University, the first ever sports university in whole of India. Manipur ke science. Manipur may laten agam wakila akilut kita chala. It's controversial land dispute mun na kampu pi district hope lam hichalai mun na sa de ti lekin na lova ka involve sam kita na hichi ding azong hi in fact he diu ka hichi school hichi university of functioning ta chuna chung chona teaching faculty non teaching staff nong recruitment ki laki de ta he had phaji lo cho he cho do se me lete lo jing cho enge langkha da unreserved Central University je pamlang apan akol hunglong sum nan te jong le majority is always what captured by the Métis. Ale Dhanamanjuri University also State University I think very recently in a line na kahit kilole 2017-18 la avail ji mai the in university status an muna hi hi chala chun constituent 5 constituent colleges amen hi chala employment ong chu adata wang che chat kat kan nei ta pun jong la mai thei te ngan hi ki tai college is a university is a those are made it dunia scientist doctor civil service langa jong hong khang to kitan engineers na engineer ong tam ta varieties om kidin branch it also say even island a tribal mong chu let me be specific a Kuki mong hi envelope ke about we are clouded by Métis hegemony even in terms of employment education lampang ai na kichi chu iki hit na ohe ala new khat tham khat ka sei benom na few points amoin cho chele school lang he school lang ai hung chu lang school lang ka chu ma sang sorry chi MCS MPS IAS IPS hi chan chan a khang to vin amo hi ana sazo vetia me le narrative sim vai ho attack na uchu new ka debunk ka bonom ki re mi te any it is a thought process so he adong be se na ki musau zilo oi hile MCS coming to the point MCS he all Manipur 2018 data hai 2024 latest pa hi ki piline do na 25 sorry 25-26 hi chi azong hi mail hi jam khat sorry atha MPSC ne recruit bo atha li ho chu latest a join bol ho chu amoli jam nai lo hi 2018 data dong zu ya chu Manipur ai MCS 179 ma chu 179 la achu Kuki chate chu 33 bo cha tele Naga chu 17 chu alangkan Naga te sang itam na ve izong le mail he chu 114 chila tele apangal chu 15 plus achu ti ai la chun alangka chen henge bureaucracy system ma chu alin lang chu mi thu mi li ham khat atum nai izong le MCS se chu se ai la chen mail he ten abon alu kit bo chu na a reservation dungju ya ji sei kidale 31% reservation followed in the context of Manipur ki follow ki talo so he big politics hai na so ki hello hi ai le amo MCS atam tave no doubt 114 and only 33 Kuki 17 Nagas 30 47 40 50 Naga to Kuki tribals ki go ma 50 bo yo chu iki ko bana me hite ki phana la ki khatam ki phana lo pi chu ale MPSC ki rote MPSC again 2018 data mama hin hechla hevet ale Manipur pumpi ahi 171 MPS macho to ju latest pa cha ki pa apang nai pui ka ti pen chu pang nai lo so zau kit le zani be tan total hai jong let me be specific to this data ku cha te ju mi za ri wa 28 plus he 28 plus he komo iso pi komo jong ka sim than ala he ti se da còn ý mi ai sim là sim gì và trong một mai hôm ni lagi đi chứ na cái tê ram som se gi chứ ai mấy lấy tê ram 116 है 160 plus lên pangal dang ho ko mi ram mi som ne aju ai la jun mani em pe song chu mấy lấy tê 116 ni ki tao chla MCS ang tam zo ki okay kapat
Kon
ki tam
continue yang on jo a kon chen na.
kasi mga chu kuki chate 28 plus even nagate sa may tam 17 may late 116 sa hikide aju tele MCS MPS along chu may late pum tamatam he naga tu kuki to bangal ke wom jang le may late tam na lai na aju tele MCS amo i bureaucrat atam ve adu da ati chu it's wrong totally wrong enge MPS en ala aji che mai lete chu tam di dol ta ai ka no me hejong le IS IPS hong chu ki de 2020 data hai o chi 2020 data hi even ai le IAS hi IAS hi a total ai som ge le ge ma cha including mai te chu ke la call ho so aji chu ekmat amo hi kada dung ju ya na kada manipur mizo ko ibita kada manipur to state thum ta pang na kada ki choose chu mail a call dong pang de ti na hen hoi le to total ai 88 in ni na ekmat kada ke tin na 88 la hi kuki mi gate chi ga sai dinga pulet kugin kip gen IAS a retire masangai tan na ama retire masang chakat chai tan atun la ma om ki tapon ju ti ala chen ke hom let ki di ti na ta cha ole coming naga te hi IAS tam so ki du so ion me le ten amo ana sa ve ti ba ma chu henge top notch lang chu principal secretary lang anai ti se dam chief secretary to ke nai lang chu kalang kada PC lom kunga zong chief secretary ung hi le lom kunga chu lang kada I holang mi e ki ja dong chu ung me the ki den ten anu ya principal secretary joint secretary whatever ichi reng lin lin lang chu e mi te chu mi tham khat anum ji wa lang chu thang si khaw hin ten ai wa na ga te tam zo chu mi som he chu 10 plus chu I ho chu 8 plus ala me le chi za tham 28 plus chu me le te 28 plus chu la mo pom to ma tam chu la amo hi azo an chi nau hi tile a politics ke chep dan hi MCS through akona jong seniority promotion dung ya chu of course vacancy dung ya chu MCS apana chu UPSC IAS direct promotion mu na thelam pi men I cho si ko provision ko majority mo chang chang jing chu example ga he dinga chu kuki chate IAS in mo chu pulun min thang hauke DC chu chan purin jang MCS apara IAS an mu tu chunga tu le tu a tong jing lai khat chu pu thang boy hokip na tu le to ADC Kampupia posting in na o hi le ama jong ko MCS apara ai sam mo cho DK thang boy sorry DK thang boy ka sai na ale mai le 28 chule others ti chu pangal ho to kol ho gampa ma pat na chu mi 42 he achu ti ai le jan IAS a jong a ho anem pen hi ve anem pen IPS IPS achu total achu 2000 chi 2014 data ga se nge 14 chi ti se dam I ho half I bol hoi lai to ai tan na 2014 hi chala ya hi event ai le ku ki chate chu 14 hi in naga chu mi li hin chole mai le hi mi 11 hin others 20 49 la achu alankara IPS chu iho manipur jat mi kuki meitei naga la iho itam penave ichalai se date to 14 hai elatun ga ke sei bele MPS apada IPS ong kai tu chunga 2025 iti tam ade chu pitam November kilo November 2025 MPS para amigo IPS promotion and mugitso mail hingan sa guwa all of them may taste tribal ho koi mam kitalo asinirity dungzui cha azui mo nam ka hepo ni jongla all I'm trying to say is mail hiten it's a provision to kill akit pame and we know how different is an IPS officer and an MPS officer na here achuti aile chichu nyau khat data related to civil service lang hinten chule enjo akaga asainom chu eka school thu he school changchanga hi nyau khat ga asai be nomen school a hi JNV ume Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya chiho hi eka rural area set up ding dolta ahin according to the rule and law chichu Manipura hi sanction ki bol mong hi 11 JNV se cho ale atha ben 3 additional JNV on ki bolen total ahi 14 JNV ki sadi dolta ahi Manipur ai tulatun ale rural children address a bol ding ahi in may hete la jong ki sadi tin hai chalang kara because in may valley sunga jong chu rural area ma urban area ma hin na ni jong le tu a district la tu a sanction munai lo district chu jeribam tan ting no palbu he adang se sanction muga mai tai achu te lai tabanga conflict victim hi wa la chun JNV ta EMRS kan sei be di hin EMRS Eclavia Residential Model School ki sadi dol ho jong hi pressure bola central government ko ma saloi vin ti the lo ham na so jong chu chule ekat EMRS hong kyong le EMRS hi alangkada all over India chu 728 hi target hin jasagi le somni lege ichirang chu halu ta tang ka ting let me come specific to the state of Manipur. Manipura hi ikat total ahi 21 EMRS somni lakhat ke sadich tun jong se bangin 16 district ikisu tawin 16 district zo si ahi tu letun aum naipun na izong let the recent most inaugurate hong ki bol chu Ukhrul district riha kiti humin khat to songpe zang kiti na chi kampu pi hintin inaugurate ki bol tai Prime Minister Narendra Modi online apat inaugurate bol he EMRS Aklavia residential model school ka sei ma banga chu kuki chate chen namuna hi ni umin an union functional ai le adang ho hi ting no pal actually ni ting no palai tan na more chu to ai Tamenglong EMRS hi tu le to functional hi thumbo hi cho khat hi ting no sorry khat hi chan Tamenglong a khat umin chu kabui ho na Tamenglong a khat umin khat chu sopormena amin khat chu more ting no pala me chi thum se functional he tu le to ai full swing ana hi chanu chung chona chun sema banga chu 21 EMRS ki sadinga hi in kampu pe thum hi dinga hi in khat bo umna lain khat chu song pe zanga inaugurate ki boltan inaugurate ki bol sabe hi central government ko ma pressure bola saloivin ke hoi ti kai tawe ti chu ki sa it is a priority ki pe sa te ki na la hi chanu chung chona adang si se le non functional hi na turjan pura dong lisa dikiti hin tu le tu non functional khat cha function pon turjan puri ta ta ho chen na mun ho hi conflict impacted disadvantaged group tribals ho adinga ki bola hi na ade de ho ethnic conflict boy ho chu government ko masaloi vin tia sei thei hi achu tia le jang kangpu pya thumom le churchan pura lium le farzola khatum le tingnu pala nium le sanapati ho state eta pon chandela nium ki bele khat ni thumli nga gup se get ko som kat som le ni somewhere around 12 tabang chu Eclavia Residential Model School hi government and approve a bol sa mai ta i ho chen na mun jo sia hai na ajuti ai le iti se da tribals ho kuki chate conflict impacted ho hi ichan gem khare ki sa do na dulam pm kin nei hai wa government of India ji mina se chala what is the slowest thing in the world what is the slowest thing in the world na they say bureaucracy bureaucracy amoho page dungzia hung ki bolin dum ki sanan te tai nga wa hele iti akise dam ki sei thei la bech ya chu we have to pressure being I can KSO jamden, can civil society jamin, can our MLA representative jamden, school tha sa lo ta wa jong le central government through ko na hi chi provision ne uchula isa wa yo adngai phat chong pi diu chu de sa amen na achu de le KV tham khat en sei ki ding kate. I'm not going to touch other government schools, but KV cho CBSE affiliated schools in very very important in Manipur do sia hik 9 KV ko men na KV ko men valley a nga men hills a lio me ga sei dinga chu leimo ko nga jong KV me ai banga chu ko Infal West a kisim he valley a kisim ta he achu te ala chen hills a hi KV school Churachandpur bo am cha amo hi central government armed forces चाहते हो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट चाहते हो पोस्टिंग अदु अता ची ले हो ai level public sector unit na atong ho चाहते आ dinga yin ya chu hi cho dong hi alang khada amo चाहते di se zong chu a hi ti na he po in ka sai banga chu 25% right to education provision dung ju ya chu entry level ho be a chu conflict a in tapang ho hi free education pi the lo ham na right to education a ji chu amo hi central government provision hi in right to education ju yo hin ya chu pressure bola hi chu provision ho jang hi hone kila the hi ti chu school lampang ai ga se then coming to the number of schools in the state according to UDI's data UDI's are chu unified district information on school education hai na UDI's hi la Ministry of Education Department of School and Department of School data hote aman amoin produce a ball ji hin na K university ni pa hin di ta UDI's data hi handle and ball hin I think 2017 ham khat achu Ministry of Education ana pi do ai tan na UDI's data hi very authentic data hin chi all over India number of schools number of aided unaided government private school to say that ki data kila repository hin na UDI's data dung zu ya chu hills the valley high school is ai la hills a hi sang ni le zagup to som nga le ni ma cha valley ai sang ni to zakhat le som gup le ni which means the hills has more schools as per UDI's data okay hill district a hi Churachandpura tampe ne Churachandpura 492 schools as per UDI's data I mean jela hill district al home pe ni no ne 101 schools bok me aju te ai le valley a hi Infal West atam pe ne 684 Jiribo ma 62 ka say nom na chu hi chi infrastructural lampanga studies wang chu kabol de pone jong le what we can infer from here is that kasai jian Chief Minister Biren Singh in School Fagar Hansi campaign and balls 2017 aja 17-18 la abela chana School Fagar Hansi hoi infrastructure improve building chile patacha government school hi su hingding aganti ha saho patacha akai thina diwa plan and gon so aile amani piti ball kit tamati aile hi adi ta hi if the School Fagar Hansi was a genuine initiative of the government adi that's a first and foremost priority a bit due to aspirational districts hicho aspirational district to be kit tami dia hai those very very backward districts in Manipura hi Chandel district Chandel is I think the aspirational district na state do sia khat kilhenga hin chu Chandel district in Chandela chu focus ball di chen ala Chandela focus ball to lova to acha man School Fagar Hansi and in the name of revamping government schools in Manipur bola constituency wise ahung chi kita cha district wise laba district wise hung chi chen equitably school do sia to ati se dam ke share de cho equitable ti chu naga chen na jong kuki chen na jong mail hi chen na jong hi chu amo political gimmick hi kit phara chi bi bo kitam constituencies ahung chi kita cha district a chi lowa constituency ti ting la lang khat achu 60 constituency ni chela Manipura la Manipura 60 la achu 40 ju mail area hai kita cha la tribal area ju som ni ki cho as far as tu ni data wang cha kan ide pani jong as far as my knowledge is concerned infrastructure lama chu Manipura valley schools to hill school chu te kit lo cho hill school a dilapidated condition school kaina thei lo to bong ho loi ho gan cha gi na ai lo la amina school ai bang a building lo ti jong hi kamit ta jong kamu cho I will not say hoya tum chana thei da pung kating in Falachu you would hardly find a government school that in that extreme condition achu ti ai la chun school fagar han si along chu it's a mere political gimmick kita cho na tribal ho pat chom di lampi ki be ta lo cho ala 2019 or 20 am kana cho college fagar han si an bol kita college fagar han si which is for higher education na BAMA na ala cha along hi constituency wise ang chi kita cha jiti ala chen constituency wise in chi hen chi hi dong le a college chi ho a ho me ya na definitely it will only be concentrated in Infal again ya chu education lampang a hi ve nai le na ga te jong thim the hi lo pi chu amo ke sa le ke sei sa le politics lama ka ma cha le ve nai lo le iza za ka le ma cha le amo scholars on it and game ka critical ta study chu abo lo wan ja ke hapun hi jong le at least lama we have the platform to share this kind of concern achuti ai lechun there is a huge gap and disparity between the hills and the valleys now the hills and valley ki teng lechun I'm being specific to the Kukis and Meiteis amo lang chu kato kha num pon na isu pio pon san kisil ho lang chu ji chun mai le te to ikite na diu lampiam poi achuti ai le even ai le chun lang kada male educationally more and more or most about the most advanced even Lankana they are one of the most advanced community in Northeast it's the whole of Northeast Lankana na ala sports lang neo kat kaga that's no kin sports lang ai say only neo pena ISL tin Indian Super League player long to me is among 40 plus Manipuri players too alai la cho hi ho jong zauna be jong hi ho chu fingers hi kisim thein la chu fingers so mai na ale ami se say that day Manipur is the hub of sports ISL team na tampen single state iping island Manipur tampen is all over India hichu langkar a number is in terms of revenue in simtang ISL play ka chun sumizat kum khara muam na ya chu state jo se including India pumpi to iga te ka jong revenue mu akisa do na du lampi am ho on khunung ting le academy sports lampanga ain phat chumpi na du lampi len ta mach by the way am ho langkhada ahung retire ting jong le sports university chila Manipura heart of Infala provision kid intena mo jo si retire ting le mi langkhada sportsman chu 35 plus ong hi le ki chim lo ji ta lo hin na langkhada exceptional Messi Ronaldo chu chu mai tan ho chuti hi adu tela absorb bona de lampi tam ta nei ki jong ho na sports lampanga sports ko ta jong adu tela ho kisa do na ding lo le mai le to ki te na diu ban sa lampi abinge only separate administration that's why I say ai le separate administration bichu ibidinga ka sei sei jeng ham ne chak kam sei be no men chlai chana ga sei leng to ai thu mu chu UT with legislature separate administration UT with legislature na ithu ma hi in ga ki sei la ichi to hi khat vela dong chen news clip khat hongumen ko ki te dong hi political solution hi in line with enpo na enpo te tabang
FNTA
eastern people
FNTA
FNTA agreement bangana frontier Nagaland na ita banga chu ko ki te azong hum de ti khat news clip na mu di wa hin hi chu ichan game kara kana sim tho hin research jong kana bol je min chele Bodoland Territorial Council jong hin khat education lampang research ka bol ai chu FNTA cha langkhada jani la vel chu ina line na ekat Bodoland Territorial Council hi alangkhada Assam chu 6 schedule no ya ja chu Bodoland Territorial Council ki create chu ale Nagaland chu 6 schedule state hilo chu langkhada 6 schedule state hilo wanga chu tabang provision chu ki piki di chu which is article 371 amoi 371A hile kilome na amo constitutional provision hi iwai Manipur 371C hiya amo ho a hile kilome hich noya chu although they are not under 6 schedule hit banga 6 schedule protection noya provision tabang ki piki tau cho Enge chu neu kat phari nei le na sei na ni tin education lampanga ka sei no na chu hilaya agreement a chu 49 to be specific. I think it's 49. 49 subjects tabang hi amon autonomy ani chu. That includes education also. Education lampanga chu FNTA frontier and po Eastern Nagaland 6 districts ochon education lampanga amon autonomy ani diu chu. Atu ti ala jam wala mo jong chu chan gem kada teacher recruitment jong amon kila thei diu ti nai chu. Na school jong amon chan gem kada akisa be theu ti nai chu. Higher education kisu hoi be theu ti nai chu. Na aji jo mon jong assembly ani diu hiya legislative assembly, and that is 46 subject ka sei khile 49 to assembly strength, so 49 is 40 will be by election and 9 will be appointed by the governor. Now from very very backward, so to say, regions in among these 6 districts in Alaicho achu ti ai la chun education la pangazong autonomy ni financial autonomy ni diu na de dia tu pi pen cho amo hong ki sa do na diu chu ahoy ahoy chu alang kadin hege hichilampang economic socio economic disadvantage angle lang chu amon ave do chu hinai no la more important chu mon border and security ya chu api we hi khan chu enzo lang la phat ni le discuss now to la mon education lang part of their subject na pang tan hi bodo le na chi pitik tam tele bodo le territorial council khun amon jong 6 edul noi hin 2020 amon upgraded agreement assigned kid even financial autonomy on itawe as per the information I got in masanga to nei lo he 2020 zo wa he financial autonomy nei tau cho aju ti ala chen to bodoland territorial council chen gem kara phachom kit duty na ta alam wants even state universities ne ukala bodoland territorial council university ner kha de bodoland territorial council university ne ucho ga kisei bele leisi chunga aphaw ichi Isaac sapangkhat physics athem pa ko Bangladeshi pa ko Bangladesh origin pa ko sapangkhat youngest professor pa ko Bodoland Territorial Council University aga ko khau cha oi hi le university jong ane even college samkhat isa amkhat jong ane even jong le a Bodoland Territorial Council ko education jong cham ho subject amo subject hi ta ji chun state subject hi ta lo of course state jong cover na lai de chu hi jong le amon jong autonomy nei phat ba khu ichen gam khana phat pi ta ve aju te lai hom jong tu ni ai UT with legislature I demand chu UT with legislature wang hi it's going to take double layers of say decisions from the government is only even if it's in line with an FNTA agreement still Kuki tate ki sa do ndu lampi mai e bija chu apoi mo ekatiam UT with ale ka dei lo na ipoi na is only tu te dia ki sa do na du lampi chu I think it's the first step and we should embrace it itabang provisions kha jong na to achu su ten UT with ale ti vai ta dana to achu nop ki diu ta anti kha ba le ile plasa ta pote central government ipi uchi la diu jing ja par acha lampi nante FNTA and poten jong this is the first step towards separate full-fledged state demand ti uchala alang kada na hi chota bang ine wale yon elected representative in the assembly in the separate secretariat in the separate law and order the police department in the ichan gem kada tunia VV ho lekha sim thei talo ho am ho jong ai ho army police jong na police village defense force ai kisip theu government law pe ding hi achu tunia athal dop law ho ti sei dam athi ho compensation phate cha ki pe theu ichan gem kharai phat chung pi diu he education lam panga jong I hon jong lang khada a curriculum to Manipur state akun territorial integrity akun ki pot do jong le Manipur state board affiliation kelal jong le I hon jong curriculum hi customize ki bol theu cha achu ti ai legend I ho culture I ho tradition I ho history jong I school I college wa ichan gem khada in sim diu I culture jong I promote duty nai cho I cho ka gel ting la kat tha pom ma no me hi I can't say them. I'm so enthusiastic na katha no mong hi hin ai pi le hit banga education backward hi na chung chonova majoritarian hegemony in suppress ibon na chungova conflict victim hi na chung chonova ikisa do na du lampi hi central government ang kinyam ta pote I hole I ho akuna ong kondinga hi through of course the provision of the constitution from the central government na chepa chu yo ikan thi ha sa dana le me le to ki ba lo now jan ngem khara athu dan jneo ka kan highlight hin tin na abani na
enge
chal thei ta kan
enge
si
enge putang lo le tin bolte tua anzo topic apoi mo ta nan si ho chu lecture series ta ne na banen jong jing ham ki nam long le bolte in hin bang tua hi pung khat dong na wal tan na kain do nom tham khat o men na cho chen dong jong khating
okay
adang topic important topic tua six schedule ho hen lang how sagam le six schedule ho ipi pyong chu nang research na bol dong zui chen khat ve le lecture series ta ne nei kit zo tin tua ken do nom chu case of VP on na tu hin former ex VP ne na case of Delhi adinga anzo anen sei si si chu keso Delhi ana pan sunga chu imacha step na la na bol lo ham na bol mang na nyau them khat nei sei pi un lang abana chu ting le tu din muna politics UT movement e bol pe no hi nang ma perspective bi pitin na mu amna PGR ministry ai ga zaw ho PPT ho zong them current events them ka dong no men na current issue wa me che ho zong hi nang zong scholar khat na hi na bana KSO XVP Delhi ke XVP ong na hin nang mamuda no te nei se pi ong leo zum kan no me
ke pa me enge hi topic hi langkhat a chi se ai le se jing the hin na he jong le to be specific to KSO Delhi in ipi kana bol vam I chan ge apan kana la vam ti hi alang khara sei the hi umbe se loi in the sense dunia ka sei do ho chu of course student ho doctor ho exam center problems a headquarter to ki zamana exam center hi ho gama om na thei ding elo le arrangement abona thei di wa pan an ki lai tam ta an ki bole na representation an ki thode hiji commission ho koma na various commission koma iji jun ke so Delhi le headquarter panla na zalin mi tamten jong SSC a pachan nai nei win jong le uniform service langa jong mi za ram kari pachan na nei in tun service na mugam tawe a result ong mu so ke hin mail heite sang zo tam zo so outstanding that is in fact the positive side of this say tam conflictive mai ute negative and positive side chu another level of question hung idi ni jong le chalang hung lu da tang kating jong le specific to your question on hitabanga EMRS hita KV hita right to education provision dung zuya step itana pan la them ti hi kin jong ka het nai sa sort nai lo hi VP kana pan la jong hiti jin thu la na ke mo bui thun hitabanga research bo na man pha ngam ki nei lo hi ta yeah chu I would have been the right person to suggest KSO or a general headquarter his only kana bol man zo tapon na sadly his only to apan ai pan la ding ti wa lunggel ngai tu ni violation yes explore bol khoma panela diu hi ke jong kapat kapi di hi available ke jing ti chu ka si do nom kin ten henge chi chu education lampang hi ti chan chan na ga ngai pat hitin thung ba ya pan ke son panala dan chu in langa jong away fa ki he in na politics lampanga ki kum loading tapang ho ta ki tim tim vin ne le khasim ni ki sim vin ti ho hi mentality ne na lai vin i ho society hi anavalin na aji chu ka ka talk show ti dem interview mun khada jong kana sei khatan hi very sad reality of our society hi chu in education is the most powerful weapon ti pa literal ta ila wa education se formal education se simding cha para chu service ka ve zi do ding cha ko na chu say them ho category of success a chu yung lut be jiu chu ho mentality chu chu framework chu neo dan chana adi ta chu college kai la ya jong bit graduate nahi a hello le postgraduate ni ya jong la chun if you're interested in politics lam panga pa de cha active ta nong kin involve khunung ting le future politicians nong hi jong chu success chu la alang khara of course it's a process it's not like politician to one time exam ma ta ki pass a ma ya lo thing ta ki lo hilo chu it's a process na lang khara chu I khan to lo no politics lam ai chi hi and so la ka se ho zo se rong noi se na min ga mu du chat mana iza narrative se ma i noi se na dong chu politics lam ai la sam ai henge manipura on so 60 la 40 to 20 the 20 la to 10 10 hi kitaben 10 la jong hi alankara nagalen nagate hi ga pro gazep ki so ga pro active zep ki so delhi a ahung teng naga student union leader nsui nsu active nsud active naga student union delhi hi chlai lam kai ha mo naga zo se hi hi chlai ba kai naga tribe zo se ba kai zo se lai ki gomo umbrella organization ne chi ho ni nei po ve delhi Kuki taten tuni chana ke nei loe a body alin pena ke nei ke so no ya ki khai nung kha chala ki ki lo a ke to azet a ki boing an ki ta ale NSUD leader ho hi Delhi sorry hi IMLA ho ong ting le Nagaland House a puilo de vinten bune khom pi vinten til kho vinten a political development recent happenings or update ki bolto vinten a Nagaland langa pa jong ong le chutima a Manipur langa naga ong le chutima at least they are united in politics amoi langkha na langkha chana mo ki kala jong thing noi ho ki kap tu jong le langkha rai ho ki pana de kham bo cha na ai wangin on a larger scale ai politics lama am ho bang ma chalove a politics lama ma chal naw la pi thin naw hoi sela mu the ka chu tu chunga Nagaland 6 district in FNTA agreement assigna without even a single bullet fired the chi a maturity that level of maturity in you so e o manipura je vetai ki thai ki mat va ki rep va ha kate hi chan ge so so aje jimin no isi na political maturity ni lo including the mate am political panga immature dan chana aje cho mo song a student union through a kona politics lama pare cha ke pi koi mam lo pi la ne he du ke Delhi University ana kai ka hi in kum kum ni vice president next do college level vice president kana tu hin chana chung chana MA level a jong ke song ki involve a jong adang student union hat jong ekat ki pol jing thaw hin chele next do university Delhi University level a somewhere around 70 plus colleges hi chipum pia next do put do ala on an ki pang hin ya a political dynamic mo mon ki he chu Northeast pum pia hi nagate fu penas let me be very clear nagate advanced damage dunia ekat ka junior ho nesdu university level a nesdu level a Northeast Student Society Delhi University a president na po ho mini ka hera to I very actively involved politics so kharpa di chu pomo yo hen sanapati ho hen na amin savi waktin ama hitule to ai North East pumpi a BJP youth wing a ko general secretary cho tu chunga prime minister pa Manipur hunga ong chu galam dot a chu amoloi pangu cho chongla they have easy access to amo through a directly union minister kha jong ki mu pi jeng theu cho advance janu chu kati e ho chu ABVP through sorry pita ABAVP ta itiu ta chi tribal student body ako na ham ele wale eo MP through valal ve na tailo adanga hi easy access ki mo nei kit lau cho amo chu chu lau cho even a student leader who once upon a time to azong a position ji wa chu ta manga chu penetration nei theu cho na aju ti ai la chen khunung ting la chen amo ta bang chu politics lam pangai chen yam kar hum pang thei cho phate cha chu ama cha lai la union minister hum kai thei na lai cho tu chunga tu ta dia example aga nei the no dis pu kiran rijiju ho bang hina actively involved in his student learning hi jo ta bang hi ya hi ho hi chan ina pha na di wang chu wana ga na jong le we are still a nation in the making ichi lampang to explore all about the ichi ka se pen mentality wang hi drop ngai chu we need to be involved there is a saying na even though you may not be interested in politics politics is interested in you koita it's a very famous political philosopher kan say amin chika haitan yeah we cannot shy away yeah so as a strongest single student body amongst the Kuki community KSO cannot shy away and is so to say indispensable part of our political journey yeah so EMLA honjong iti iti chedam KSO hi prominence pe ngai na phate cha ki ho za ma jing ngai we need to address student related issues also at the same time societal issues and that too in politics are involved ngai and we need to build relationship with the rest of the other student organization as well. Yeah, he political scope he broaden angai. He broaden lo vai le politics lamai ilha sam now he umzing he KSO when it comes to Delhi we played a very active role. Tu chunga new leadership in Wangchan MIP and Baldom Wang ke bon at least during our time, my time, pauza khu lam kainan ha bolin kana bol ben hichan ge achu e ho Kuki society politics lam nong hi athidi kon sa ki tho ji tui hung ki chap ji ta banga ma cha nang na he di ke so hichan ge achu it is an important role and ke la hin na we cannot deny that part. We need to look beyond our community. Chile most important khat dong chi biham tile iso piu pau koi ho tong hin ki thu tu ngai dunia FNTA agreement assigned to amo nga ga de 6 district different tribes ho do si kilung to right a kilung to je ba chan pouch I ho wang je kilung to kit pove to ga gi sei le su tian ma sei chala spokesperson te nin jang discussion table a ki chi ting le na hong ki ho to ma sa vel lang come as one atis na come as one atia la chen I ho biggest problems I ho ka kilung to lo na chu cho e jo ta bang iti ikilung to na thei de ba thil panela ngai at least mi jo si kilung to te hi jong le in terms of our political demand parts ikilung to he kham langkhat 100% kilung to in sung khat ang kilung to lo chila hi jong le alhang pia le si chung mu dinga chu ikilung to ngai chila it's be a reflect ngai at least in the eyes of the government ikilung to ngai chila chu ding la chen political solution dinga hi is that in kazomi etin lang is that in ka Kuki etin is that in ka tha do etin lang a Kuki dem jong la chen solution will only come through Kuki in Manipur no doubt tha do through hiloding zomi through hiloding hi tha do zomi ho student organization leader na hero ngai cha it is time to shun divisive policies stop especially lamza thang stop biting stop criticizing Kuki. It's like saying anu apa ko na penga kapa hi ti tabang cha apa ho kip hi ake ho kip ka hi pui ti tabang cha lamda tang hi and his equivalent to asang kasar naga tel asang kasar to ka te ka cha mai ase do lo si khu man thei lo am tikila man thei do ki ama ki tu na di mong sei do lo but you cannot take him very seriously na hi lamda tang ho hi tabang hi platform lang happy dana pa na because they are creating disunity that is reflected in the society, and that can be a stumbling block towards the political goal. We have to be very careful in utilizing this kind of people. Apa now zoom nante is only apa now man the hi lo now so tam so hi. Now coming to chunga political development PZ enjoy no chun. Kinong chi research ka bo thwe o. Mi usi lo hang ve ilaina ve allow cha law ve ta ima ki bol thei ta boy bol thei sun chana lung thu resolution a ko na ke sin boy ko na bol ta I boy ko diu hi mai na ai lekin to hi boy ko I bol ta vai le chen alang khat a chu enpote on Nagaland 6 district ko chen constitutional provision o hi amo advantage adinga utilize a bol of solution chang khaw so achu tiara chen Kuki chate chen tabanga chu constitutional provision dung zu ya chu EPT boycott bol of EPT political goal chu imu thei do mi ti ai le Kuki te hin tu chunga lau cha lau mai tai a bol thei chen hin bol na vinte but we don't have any expectation I boycott na diu democratic I right exercise bol na diu chu 2020 election thing like it didn't do it didn't know do ham one big question it didn't know violate how it didn't violate what na ti study ke kabol kham kabol nei le it didn't know zo violate disadvantage zo it didn't te ngai azedan tele history of this unity nei te khar hi ve it's a now was a hinagate minuscule population pi ki de I ho election I didn't know violate I'm more advantage ke la do constitutionally you can't stop people from voting right or standing election It is bola you are against the Indian constitution and the law will come hard on you. Yeah, chu minuscule population ho chu I ho representative in kisol kha di chu ti zaram na. Apros om zoi na itiet lo wal. Itiet diu chu. Ai wanga tu chu ngai boycott ho. Leader ho do si chu. Am ho vote pi ta lo di teenage. Democratic rights exercise ball violation. We should not cast even a single vote for them. We need somebody who will replace them instead.
Ama ho hi hard fact chu mi pi vote na kayong his chu na min vote bank ani yo hin na. It's a problem.
True. So it's time, very, very high time that our Sioux leaders also realize this. I hear on Aicha. Hiti vote capture and ball kidava boycott sa in vote kit sa violation. We need to do something. People's movement chalai chu hung reflect the EP action ila adam against them. Nah, ikibol to di humay. I don't know how. Is on we can discuss and talk it out. Nah, I let talk na say mga di chu. Ay ta kin jong tu ni chana hi ki say le ka vote ka hi khalo pi mani purai. Ka chi hi ki say le Election Commission of India action jala thin. E wa chi ho sa to. Ko ki da la nei thin na sei thi lo hen. Voter ID ki pe amon ga chi wa ibiti vote jam la ka pon kam kha lo zen tu ni chana PhD ki bola kum som thum ki walta vote ki bol khanai lo cha gel mo mong tang na samo mong chme ka ga gel ji ting le hi cho thu ai sei di ong za cha jong min na I nature pa min na he de jong le to ka sei chu I ho hi election ang din ki ting chu ai wa nga the best way to move or inch towards the final political solutions behind the election. Hichichunga MLA dingzo sehin they should contest the election with a single manifesto. And what is that single manifesto? To vouch or voice for separate administration, political solution, which was already agreed upon by the government of India in a written letter. Na niamcha pi waon chu ki pi chala kisi chala na mu chme. Ai cha jong chu kisi e ta cha written a om thoi ta cha lang khada cha ale achu ti ai la chen pi niamcha chu chu min koi ki de mi som la chu mi ko na la ta boy ko them na lang khada of course me thuma hini boycott diu cha izong le idin diu single manifesto ading diu chichu 90 to 100% turnout hi ong lai cha that and the government of India should realize from these actions of the Kuki people that they cannot overlook the demand of the Kuki people anymore. It will be an eye opener for the government of India. Hey, Kuki chate hi referendum tabang tacho. Hitachu single manifesto they will push for separate administration itiva 100% vote turnout while the referendum tachla. That Kuki people have once and for all separate administration very clear itai. Ipachu ki mudo de na referendum ka bol khel sanga that will be a clear message. Achuti aile government of India cannot be silent because in the history of election in India 100% turnout umnailo picha. The most turnout election I think it will not be, if I'm not mistaken, even highest 85 on Hingpunti. Ole ba kasi hiel them 85 on Hingpunti. Na ahoy pen na turnout Achuti election Kuki chate 90 to 100 turnout we are creating a history in the democratic history of India since the time India becomes a republic. 190 to 100% turnout that to demand for what? Separate administration. So very clear message on Hindi and it's going to be very powerful. And government of India cannot keep silent. Achuti election Ivang pat uvaile. Ikilung to uvai tiju bole. Hove 2027 election ki chai within 5 years ka ahi. Iho dengan solution dengan kakine mecha. But ikilung to kilo vana boycott boycott lo diloy hitahin nang the thwa hum ki po vai le ki chai uta. Yeah, student organization, civil society, and I think we need to deliberate more, sensitize the population, the larger public more, and then exercise our democratic rights to attain or ascertain that, final political demand. beka chi chu i mu lo vai le tu nia i sei zo siu education lampang ai ke sa do na diu ku ki cha te i keng wa hing din na diu mi te to hing ki din te na diu lampi om ta poi manipur no ya territorial integrity no ya ki ta zong le at least administratively awang autonomous i hing ve na chi chu tu ni hai ga sei do nom chi hin tin na sei bang chana so ta in
Iya.
nang khot akan le
A
ti ti tai
subject ti dia topic dung zu yin subject ho chu ken in hom ken chit ning ka ting lecture type min na a chu ting le ke do no ma ai zong le ti chen involved ho tin tu la chu 132 nei tan tu ni la session pen chu chan ji tan tin a background I ma jo si ji si tan tu ai chu amma sang ding future ding chu session khat na nei kit len ti chu pu tham na phat ki khum
ko
kha ma
ve
sanga ka hin tim pai hin tin anang zong na ki man khum khat le mi pi di gyal khona zala an niung pi ki diwa request song khain bol pai pen tin ki pa men pu tham la len tu man tam ta ta nei sei do pi on abana zong I chal be thei diu ki ne pumin na chunga ki pa tu khain sen tu ne tha session chu ki chan ji tan te ki pa en
yang
amang
ko
pu
tu
ta
pe the bridge sung ma chal jing han
henge henge pula